At the height of her fame, adored by millions and living every young actor's dream, then, without warning, she walked away. No scandal, no explanation, just gone. But why would Kaylee Bryant leave it all behind at the peak of her success? What secret was she hiding? And what has she been silently working on ever since? The truth behind her disappearance is far darker, deeper, and more shocking than anyone ever imagined. Stay with me, because once you hear her real story, you'll never see her the same way again. Kaylee Bryant, a name that has only grown brighter with time. A young woman who, at such a tender age, achieved what many spend years chasing. But behind this success lies a story that can truly surprise anyone. This isn't just the story of an actress. It's the story of a girl who was different from the very beginning. And that difference is what made her special. But did you know Kaylee's life hasn't been as smooth as it looks on screen? Her real name was Kaylee Marie Kaneshiro. That's right, Bryant wasn't her original last name. She changed it early in her career to give herself a fresh start. But why? The reason was deeply emotional. Tensions and conflicts in her family had reached a point where she decided she needed to redefine herself, create a new identity, one that was solely hers. She began modeling at just 8 years old. At an age when most kids are playing in the park, Kaylee was already standing in front of cameras, trying to capture her dreams. But success didn't come easily. She faced rejection time and again. Sometimes it was her height, sometimes her accent, but each no only made her stronger. She didn't give up, because deep down, she knew she was meant for something greater. Gradually, she started landing small roles on networks like Disney and Nickelodeon. But then came a day that changed her life forever. One audition, just a single opportunity, led her to the role that would catapult her into stardom. Legacies, the series that made her every teenager's favorite. Her character, Josie Saltzman, wasn't just a role. It was a reflection of Kaylee's own life. A girl struggling under the weight of others' expectations, but hiding a quiet strength inside. Kaylee's performance in Legacies left people in awe. Her expressions, the depth in her eyes, every scene felt raw and real. Audiences started to realize she wasn't just acting, she was living every frame. But do you know that just when she was at the peak of her popularity, she made the shocking decision to leave the show? Why? Was it a scandal, a conflict, or something else entirely? The truth is even more surprising. Kaylee herself admitted that she began to feel trapped in the role. She had become someone people expected her to be, but in doing so, she was losing her true self. She chose to walk away, not because she wanted to disappear, but because she wanted to reclaim her identity. She left Legacies, risking everything she had built, and that one move set her apart from the rest. But where did she go after that? Did she vanish from the screen? Or was she quietly creating something new? In reality, Kaylee took that time to rediscover herself. She explored the parts of her life she had been ignoring in the chaos of fame. She started writing poetry, stories, and even began working on a novel. What most people don't know is that Kaylee is not only a brilliant actress, but also a gifted writer. With time, she refined her craft, her voice, and her vision. She wanted to return, but this time on her own terms. Her comeback project isn't just another acting gig. It's a film based on a story she wrote. Yes, Kaylee Bryant is now working on a movie, where she is not just the lead actress, but also the writer and producer. A project shaped entirely by her own thoughts, words, and creativity. Knowing all this leads to one big question. Can Kaylee regain the fame she once had? Will people accept her in this new light? Or will she always be remembered only as Josie Saltzman? This journey is a test for her, a challenge that will determine whether she was just a character on a show or a true artist who can shine in any role she creates for herself. Kaylee Bryant's story teaches us that real success isn't about fame. It's about staying true to yourself. Popularity fades, but those who never lose their essence are the ones who truly win. Kaylee is still walking that path of self-discovery, and every step she takes is another story in the making. And maybe, just maybe, you and I are about to witness her next great chapter. The truth behind Kaylee's disappearance isn't just a tale of fame and struggle. It's a story of personal redemption, of breaking free from expectations, and of finding the courage to reinvent yourself. What's next for Kaylee Bryant? The world is watching, and the real story is just beginning. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss what comes next.